Hello. Alright, okay, it works, okay. Hello everyone and welcome to Racers United Round 8 around Canada. We're just getting the final invite in now on Undefen Discord. Who disconnected? Who needs another invite? I'm pretty sure.
My game crashed.
Oh yeah, that's common Captain Smith happens every week. Okay,
Captain skill issue.
the 4 people who need to join is Mike, Girl, Orpa, and
Mike
Utex.
Wazowski.
So,
Opa.
I think we're going to straight away just go on to the national anthem and then we'll get everything sorted after that, okay? All good? Let's go. Okay, right. Everyone stand if you're sitting down for the national anthem of Canada. That was a Canada national anthem. Let's go with a column.
The weird thing, when you play it here in Discord, it lags all the time, but on the stream it doesn't.
Yeah, it's some people think, I don't know, some people with Discord, I think.
Yeah. And the invite now.
The invite. Oh yeah, you need the in-game invite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steam
I
is
need to add column.
Steam is a little monkey. Sometimes.
Alright, okay. Who else we're waiting on? We've got 19 people in the lobby. So that means...
We need
me
Oppa.
in the lobby yet.
Who?
Oppa, isn't it?
Oh,
Number
yeah,
40.
Orpa. Is Orpa in this VC? Oh, Skirl. Skirl, where are you? Are you online?
I am.
No, I can't find... Wait, what's your display name?
Just like here on the Discord.
Skirl, okay. Is it bad that I can't find that? You might actually be appearing offline on here.
Yeah, you might. It happens sometimes. You might need to restart.
Yeah, we'll come with you. We'll go through the It doesn't say you're offline. I might not even have you added with that skill. Let me. I'm pretty sure I added you.
I could DM you the code.
Wait, can you add me? It's Jake Squid 2 on EA.
Without a space?
Without a space, yeah. Captain Smith needs another invite, by chance.
Yeah, I forgot to change my driver number, so I needed to do that.
Okay, good. That's a good reminder. If anyone needs to change the driver number, then go ahead and do that.
When I checked, I had already changed it.
Might do that actually, Jake.
Yeah. I'll invite. Anyways, they're just pre-race debrief. There is probably a high chance of rain here at Q1, Q2, Q3. If you get knocked out, do not leave quali, or else you probably just won't get an invite back, because obviously we've got to focus on our run races and stuff. It's like, yeah, if you're in AI mode, you'll get penalized for that. Since people running AI mode is like kind of annoying, if you know what I mean. Just once again, just keep it nice and clean. Keep it nice and clean into turn 1. I remember here last season, there was a couple incidents, but they are...
Canada incident.
Yeah, Canada incident F1 2021. Let's go.
What you gonna do about it?
Penalize.
When you just send me a quick invite there.
Yeah.
Where's Oppa? We still need Oppa. Where is he?
Up is not here. Someone's took his place now. That's what
Okay.
you get for being late. You lose a thing. Skull, did you manage to send that friend request?
Yes, I think I did. Jake's good too.
It isn't showing up for me. Let me try refresh. Just in case, does anyone else want to add Skull?
Are you on Steam?
I'll put my code in the paddock chat real quick.
Oh, I'll add you on Steam if you want.
Just like
Sometimes it doesn't work for invites, though. Well, okay.
I'm lucky if I don't end up in the Wall of Champions.
Who else needs an invite? There was someone who left to go change
It
the
was
number.
an AlphaTauri.
Alright, okay, it might be. I added you, Skull.
Yep, there it is. I see.
It will
It's
be the
supposed to be not racing,
AlphaTauri.
Jake, no?
Husky Benny Husk or Husky Games?
Yeah, Benny Husk.
Benny
FDR
Husk
Husk.
has a.
How many husks are there?
Husky Games. Redrawn question mark.
Isn't there a husky in tier 2?
Oh wait, Husky Games is in. Yeah, he is the one racing today. Okay, did you accept that friend request, Skull, on Steam?
Yes, I did.
There you go. I can invite you now. Who disconnected then?
Not me.
Oh, Roman Wayne. It was Roman Wayne. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? Roman Wayne. There you go. You got the invite. All right, you both got invites.
It shows me I got the invite, but I cannot accept it. There's no accept button.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, actually, no. This is a good thing. If I go on friends now and I go on friends here, I can just go Scott. There you go. I had used an EA friend. But yeah, just a reminder for everyone: keep the racing nice and clean. There's
Can't promise anything.
20 people are going to be starting the race. Try not to spin out. Skull, did you mind to accept?
Jake, my middle name
I
is
don't. I
Spin.
see the invite, but I cannot accept it.
Check in game on
Yes.
EA. I added you as a friend through EA.
Got you.
Jake, you can tell me not to spin. My middle name is Spin.
Oh, I think
Spin.
because crossplay is not enabled for me. Wait a second.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Is it in the settings or is it?
Go settings, like game options, settings, and then go all the way to the right.
Crossplay, alright. Very
Yeah.
good.
Should be a good turnout
Now it's
today.
all enabled.
There you go, right, okay. You should already have the
I
firm.
see something on the player hub. Yes.
Yes, finally. That actually might be the issue of anyone who I couldn't add. And that
Yeah.
might be why the invite wasn't
Most
showing up to you
likely.
before. Okay, if I add you through Steam now, does it still come up with no invite?
Still no invite. I
Oh,
can
okay, there you go.
accept. I
Add
think.
you on. EA, just
Yep.
check Player Hub.
I see that.
There you go. And then just join whichever team you want.
There
Okay.
is only one team to choose.
Whichever team you want, there's only like one seat.
Yeah, there's one seat left.
Let's go.
You will
Okay,
be with
right.
me.
Everyone have a
It
fun and
should be red-
enjoyable race.
No, wait. Button.
There's
And
that.
yeah, just track adequate. Remember, don't go on the racing line if you're not on your lap. Everyone can ready up now. Yeah, just be careful of other drivers in quality, and remember, do not leave the session. And if you're going to retire, retire in the pits. Don't retire on track. Don't reset to track. And I strongly advise against retiring in the pits because something can always happen. Anyways, have a fun race, and you can all join your team VCs. Now, final reminder. If you come on the podium, remember, just stay in your team VCs, and I'll pull you into the cool down room. I'll also stay in your team VCs if you want an interview after the race. Okay, have a good race. And that is the Speedy J comes in at its finest. Anyways, here we go. 20 drivers on the grid for the Canadian Grand Prix. Hello everyone and welcome to the Canadian qualifying session. It is cloudy skies, no rain. Could be seen during the qualifying though. It is definitely not going to be a full dry session as we're now. Just look at the beautiful track here. It's round 8 of the Race United calendar and here we go onto the track map. 2 DRS zones, lots of overtaking opportunities, actually 3 DRS zones, sorry that's my bad. With I believe that's 14 turns. With a struggling chicane at the very end of the lap before you go on to the main straight. Anyways, here we go onto the championship standings. You can see the box 150 points in the lead, 47 over Gianni, who is not here today. And you can also see in the team standings there's been so much changes for position. The fight for second now is between AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo and Alpine, after AlphaTauri got 40 points or nearly 40 points in the last race. Let's see if they can extend that anyways now as we go to the main race here, or the main screen. Oh, see the drivers leaving the pits for Q1. Here you see everyone leaving the pits. Let's head up the track map. And that is not the first person on track. Roman Wayne is the first person on track today. Have a look at the weather. Okay. So it actually is just going to be a dry session with the clouds clearing up and then coming back come the end of Q3. Anyways, here we go. Got Roman Wayne. I'm going right to left, negotiating the chicane for the first time as he's getting ready for his first flying lap of the session. And to begin off round 8, this is mid-season. 8 races so far in Races United. 8 amazing races so far. You now see all the drivers leaving the pit lane, with just a couple left in. One including the box, who might not be looking to go out until the end of the session. Interesting to note though. Let's have a look at what tyres everyone's on. So obviously everyone's got to go on the soft tyres. It wouldn't be any fun going on into speed 1. Oh, he hits a world champion there and he's going to have to back out the lap instantly. He's now going to cut to State Daisy, who is about to begin his lap. Here we go, State Daisy, bring it on. As he goes into turn 1. Going to keep it nice and tight with the apex. Through the long right-hander, keeping it nice and tight with the white line. Open himself up for the exit now. Going to get perfect speed through here. And it's very easy to invalidate through those corners, and he hasn't done that while keeping it very close to the wall. Which is definitely going to maximise his lap time. And it's a 19.8 in Sector 1 for State Daisy. Going through left-right, on to the throttle, opens up the DRS. And now going through the second DRS zone. It's going to pass, I believe that's Skull there. And now nearly invalidates, and he does invalidate there. That's going to be State Daisy's lap over. Who's going to be following on just behind? I believe that could be Lepson, who is beginning his first flying lap and is under the name of Jack Craft. That's unfortunate. I guess number 69 is quite popular with the drivers on track today. But yeah, Lepson will not be seen in any of the on-screen overlays for today's session then. As now, we're going to watch him though, as he goes through Sector 2 there. Off the second DRS straight, doesn't invalidate. One of the only drivers to do so far. And now, into the tight hairpin. This is probably one of the most challenging parts of the circuit. You've got to get it perfect, or you're going to run wide into the wall and you have to slow down, it'll affect your lap time. Now, onto Sector 3, he's going to have a nice slipstream from the Red Bull ahead of him. It's a Red Bull bang, and Galdino, or Husky, is retired in the pit lane, which means he will not get a lap. And WBS sets a 1:12.1. Let's see if Lepson can beat that. As he opens up the DRS, he's going to get a mighty slipstream, and it's going to be a 1:12.0 for Lepson, swiftly beaten by Ole with a 1:16, or a 1:11.6, and then Jack Craft with a 1:11.3. These times keep coming down, but the track will keep evolving, which means they will come down even more. Seth Martin coming out of the pit lane now to begin his first runs of the session. Obviously, all you need is one good lap here, and it sees you through to Q2. The top 5 in danger at the moment are Seth Martin, the Box, Bank, Darkness, and Gamer, who have not set any laps yet. Gamer left a lasting impression in his first race here in Baku, where we saw 5 safety cars. Definitely filling us in all the ones we've missed so far this season. Now, going down the final DRS straight before beginning his second flying lap, or his first flying lap of the session, and this is going to be the start of his Canada race story. And it takes as much curb as you like for turn 1 there, keeping it nice and tight to the curb. For turn 2, on the exit, open himself up, doesn't take any curb on the exit there. How is he going to open himself up here? Getting very, very close to the white line. Definitely abusing track limits as much as possible there. And he's 2 attempts up in Sector 1 on Forza Gamer. And now it is going to be purple for him. He shoots down the DRS straight there. Going to be challenging Black Major in Sector 2. Oh, and he gets a bit slidey there. Has to correct himself once again. And that will affect his lap time quite a lot. There you go, you can see 2 attempts down on Black Major in Sector 2 there. But this is a bank lap. He doesn't need to go twice. His fastest lap here doesn't really matter as long as it gets him into Q2. But you can see again, sliding on the curb. The car just looks so unsettled. But here we go. As he goes into the final chicane, slowing the car down, doesn't want to make any mistake. And here we go, it's a dart down to the line now for Gamer. It's going to be a 1:11.0, which is going to put him in P1. It was definitely not his best lap, but it was a good lap nonetheless to put him there. Now we're going to watch Seth Martin as he is in Sector 2, about to enter Sector 3. Fight that chicane, lovely. And is green in Sector 1, which means it isn't purple. He's a second down on Black Major there, but we're seen with Gamer being 2 attempts down. He's still 3 attempts up on Jack Craft. So he could put himself in a decent position, maybe in the top 5, and will not have to run again. Let's see, we go now, Seth Martin. Straight to the left, straight to the left. Takes it nice and easy. He doesn't need to challenge it too much. And we'll set a 1:12.2. Just only going to put him up into P9. He will probably have to run again then, as we're going to go down to the box now, as he is beginning his first final lap of the session. Championship leader. He is definitely the one to look out for. State Daisy sets a 1:10.999. Just bringing us down into the 110s then, by a single thousandth. But could the box beat that? He challenges through here, doesn't take a tighter entry, which we've seen the likes of Gamer take. And there's 2 attempts down on Gamer's time in Sector 1 because of that. Could he gain the extra 2 attempts here though? We've seen Black Major is up 2 attempts on Gamer through this, through Sector 2. And this could be where Black Major gains most of his time. Obviously the setup is adjusted to different parts of the track and will work better in different parts. Here we go. Just about to negotiate the hairpin, and it's only a 10th down on Black Major in Sector 2, which is a 10th up on Gamer. Now gets a beautiful exit there, and is going to challenge, or is going to open up the DRS, and he's got quite a lot of time before he needs a break. He's going to try catch the slipstream with the Aston Martin there, as he now goes into the final 2 turns. It's a quick right and a quick left. Theo set a 1:10.9, but the box is going to set a 1:10.7, and that'll put him up into P1. What a stunning lap from the McLaren driver, who is trying to defend his lead in the championship today. And so far, looks like he's going to extend it massively. Now we're going to go into darkness. His McLaren teammate, who is just beginning his lap, and invalidates there. You can definitely see he did take a bit too much curb, and that is the risk with running that corner. And it's unfortunate for him. Freshly promoted up to the main driver role as of Saturday, which is today. So good job for him. And now Bank 6. Here we go. We're going to watch him now as he finishes Sector 1. Doesn't take a wide entry there, which is quite surprising. There's yellow flags in Sector 2. That'll be the Alpine going slow. Just wait 1 minute for these times to adjust. It'll probably come at the end of Sector 2, and I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't what? Jake Fink. Surprised he didn't invalidate that. And rounding off Sector 2, the time screen has officially went bust. Anyways, let's have a look for the lap data here. Oh, it says outlap. That's why. Okay. I feel so stupid. Anyway, it's darkness. We're going to go and set another lap. Let's have a look. Definitely is going to be setting a lap. The Mercedes comes out just in his way there. I think that is the Mercedes of Columbi. who is freshly new to the league also. Definitely a lot of new people and a lot of tier 2 drivers you'll see racing in tier 1 more often now. It's turned into quite the lovely place to be, and he's 3 times down on Gamer in sector 1. Can he gain the time in sector 2 and sector 3 though? That will be answered in the coming moments. In the box at a 142.1 in sector 2, which was purple. I didn't see that. And oh, so close to the curb there. I'm surprised he didn't DNF. And now here we go, 6 times down in sector 2. That won't matter to him though. That is looking for a possible P10 lap. He just needs to keep it nice and tidy to finish off the lap, and he might not need to run again. But can be ABC. Definitely do need to run again. I'd say P10 to P16 or P10 to P20. Need to run again if they want to stand a chance in Q2. And take a little bit of grass there. Let's pedal to the middle for Zaya, and it's going to be a 111.7, and that'll put him up into P9. A second off of his teammate though. Definitely some high expectations to meet up to. Or live up to even. So now see W best on his second flying lap of the session is 8 times down in sector 2. That won't matter much to him though, because that is a strong improvement for him, a personal best for the Ferrari driver, keeping it nice and tight with the track limits nearly touching the grass, definitely giving it a little brush as he goes past. And here we go, W best is going to round off the lap with the fast right, the fast left, nearly hits a world champion, keeps it so close to the wall, and it's going to be a 111.8 for W best. Not only going to put him up into P11, he is definitely at risk and probably will need to run again. There's 6 minutes left to Q1. What a quality it's been so far. Galdino, for some reason, did DNF in the pit lane. He might want to doing a last to first challenge. Definitely just a lot of practice for him. Sorry, just taking a drink there. Qualifying 1 in Montreal, Canada. Okay, who is actually on the lap now? Banksick is going into the pit. Let's look at Skull then. The tier 2 driver will be featuring in the first. Oh, he nearly hits a wall there. Oh, he's on the battle lap anyways. Galdino and Jack Craft, welcome. Let's shoot each other. No AI in safety car. Yeah, it's all immersive. The game just likes to bug up a bit. Okay, everyone's going on outlaps again. Phil's retired in the pit. He thinks he's made a few to Q2, and I could agree with that. Gamer, if you feel like you nobody's going to beat you, then feel free to retire in the pit lane. You can do that. Right, Seth Martin. Is Seth Martin on a lap? He's done sector 1 already, which we haven't seen. But now going through sector 2, definitely on a lap. I'm surprised he didn't spin out there. Hits a sausage curb very nicely there. Taking it as good as you'd like. And it's a purple sector 2 for him. Actually, I don't think it is. But he is 6 times down. That is good enough by his standards. I'd hope so. To bring him in to Q2. He is 6 times down, but that's around 1.2 up on his previous lap time. From the end of this lap, keeps it nice and tight to the wall once again. Foot down on the throttle, opens up the DRS a bit late there, and it's going to be a 111.8 for Seth Martin in the Hassa, and that should be good enough to see him through to Q2. If not, he'll be kind of good, and oh yeah, we cannot. It is the forbidden. As we see Clumby here, just getting ready for his second flying lap of the session. This lap will matter to him though, because he needs it to get through to Q2. Here you go, Gamer. Also retires in the pit, doesn't think he can get anything more out of the session. Here we go. Clumby beginning his lap. Let's have a look at his live speed then as he goes down the main straight, and it's 308 kilometers an hour. Misses turn 1 apex a little bit and goes very wide there. He might back out the lap and try go again, but so far it doesn't look like the lap which you're going to be seeing in Q2. Yeah, misses the apex once again there. Definitely trying to give it his all, and it's only a 21.4 in Sector 1. It's fairly unlucky for him. And the Alfa Romeo is going to get out of the way, but I don't think it will matter too much unless he decides to back out the lap. Now, that was fairly nice. Didn't make much of the exit though. You got to remember, it's a lot harder for these drivers on the track to judge these braking zones and their positioning on track. And he runs a bit wide at the hairpin there, and that's going to affect him quite a bit. As he gets the DRS wide open. I think it's going to be around a 114 for the Mercedes driver. It is obviously going to be an improvement on his lap, but I don't think it'll be good enough for Q2, unfortunately. As he gets his foot down on the throttle, it's only going to be a 114.5, and he'll have to go again if he wants to see himself in Q2. And Roman in the pit lane hasn't set a lap yet. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to get out in time to set a lap. Who has just left the pit lane? Someone just left the pit lane, which I want to know. W Best is on his out lap, as Voiturez is on a lap. Let's look at him as he rounds off his presumably final flying lap, unless he manages to make it back around one more time. And that'll be if he has enough fuel or ERS to do that. Anyways, as Waters finishing off his lap, gonna go into the final chicane. Gets his foot down on the floor once again, opens up the DRS, and it's gonna be a 1:11.6 for the Aston Martin driver, and that'll pull him up into P7. The Aston Martin team will be very happy with that result, and that will probably see him through to Q2 now. Aussie Gamer needs to make a round once again. He's on the bad lap. I don't think it will matter. I think he will manage to make it through. Darkness makes it up into P6, and that pushes Waters down into P8. Skull, I think he's just finished his lap. We want to have a look at someone who is at risk here of being put down into, well, being eliminated. So here we go. We're going to watch Banksix as he begins his final flying lap of the session. As he crosses the start-finish straight there. Into turn 1, keeps it nice and tight with the corner. Once again, keeping it nice and tight in the right-hander. And now with his foot down on the throttle, tries not to invalidate here, and he invalidates. That's going to see him out of Q1. It's really unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. And that'll see both Red Bull drivers out in Q1. And same with Cullen B, who is out of Q1. ABC cutting across the track. He needs to get this lap in. He knows he does, and he's doing anything to try and do it. I don't think he'll be able to make it around though. 28 seconds, and he's not even out of Sector 2 yet. That is looking very, very unlikely for the Haas driver to be able to get through. Captain Smek though should be safe, but we're going to watch him as he rounds off his final lap of the session. He's green in Sector 1 and Sector 2. Now going through the final turns, nearly hits it once with Jamie, gets misled on the exit, and it's going to be a 1:11.8. He just manages to cross the finish line there and won't be able to get another lap in. That's P15. Wasn't an improvement on his lap, I don't think. Or if so, that is him out, or not him, into Q2. So we've lost Banksix, ABC, Cullen B, and Roman Wayne in Q1 there. ABC didn't manage to make it around in time. Aussie Gamer coming into the pit lane. And Voiturez doesn't need to finish this lap if he is on one, and can just cruise it back to the pit lane. He knows he's in Q2 now. And what a Q1 that was. Just commentate over. Got to get the drink in, you know. Honestly, couldn't imagine commentating without a drink. It is one of the best things ever to know that you've got just oh my god, there's Suarez going into the pit lane now, and it will all be eyes on him until that. Then let's have a look at our fastest Sector 1 times, and it'll be, or Sector times even. The box dominates Sector 2 and Sector 3, with Gamer dominating Sector 1. Gamer actually released a statement saying he wanted to knock McLaren off the top, so he's going to have to put in a big shift today alongside his teammate W Best to be able to dethrone the McLaren drivers currently. But you can sort of see Gamer in the boxes all mixed together, W Best and Darkness mixed together. And an interesting victor of Q1 is Theo, only 2 attempts off of the box's time. These times obviously expected to go down. And they go the box. 2/10 lead over any other driver, but P2 to P4 is only separated by 75 thousandths or 3/4 of a tenth. And the midfield is tightly packed together. I would say from around P13 to P1 at the moment is only separated by 1 second. P1 to P16 is only separated by 1.5. But if we're taking away the boxes time here, P2 to P15 is separated by less than a second, which is quite significant to point out. I don't think there's ever been a gap so close in the league, but this track is obviously shorter, which means there is less margin for error. Which means you can also okay, here we go. Q2 is about to begin. It's just on a bit of a freeze frame there. There we go. There you go. You see qualifying 2 for Canada, who will come out of the pit lane first. We've got 15 drivers. Obviously, here we've got Ole leading the pack. I think it might be the oh, who's that all the way at the back? It'll be the Williams driver to come out first. That is of Stay Dizzy. So Stay Dizzy once again will be setting the first lap. For everyone else to copy, or try and do actually. For everyone else to do better than. Hopefully for them. Not so hopefully for Stay Dizzy. But here you go. He's been in the league for a while now. I think this might be his 4th or 5th race. 5th or 6th race even. You never know. And here we go. Going through sector 2, the track will obviously be a bit more ramped up now, and your mighty drivers being a bit more, what's the word? Being a bit more desperate to set a faster time, which might see them pushing quite a bit harder. Obviously, P10 to P15, when we saw it, was definitely very bunched up, and one slip up could see you out of this qualifying session. So here we go. Stay Dizzy. Going to be starting off the Q2 for us as he now rounds the final corners and will begin Q2 for us. Okay, here we go. Sorry, the lap timer, as you see, is a bit broken. So we're not going to be able to run with that until Q3. But now, Stay Dizzy through Sector 1. How tight is he going to keep it here? Keeps it nice and tight. Just enough so he doesn't invalidate though, which is what you love to see. And here we go. Stay Dizzy rounding up Sector 1. It's a 19.8. That is just a bit slower than what was set in Q1. Now, gets his foot down on the floor for Sector 2, the second DRS straight. And quick left, followed by a swooping... No, a quick right, followed by a swooping left. Will now head his way down to the hairpin. It's a 42.3 in Sector 2. As he enters Sector 3 now, you can see the Mercedes and the Ferrari just behind him. I think that is Gamer in the Ferrari, or it might even be W Best. But now, with the DRS open, we'll go fast right, fast left, keeping it so tight, no margin for error. And here we go. It's going to be a 110.5, and that is already faster than the Q1 time. That is a time to beat for all the drivers on track. Forza Gamer just beginning his lap. Want to see who's finishing their lap. The box only managed to set a 10.9, 2 tenths off his best time in Q1, which is interesting to note. As Ole finishes his lap now, that might only be a couple tenths off at the time. Oh, it was actually quite a few tenths off. Captain Specken about the lap. Black Major, 21 in Sector 1. It's a 50.1 in Sector 2. That is definitely not a fast lap compared to what's been set so far. And it's a 111.7 for Skrull in his in his first run in Q2. Seth Martin with a 11.9. Lepsarm with a 12.2. All these are bank laps, just in case someone DNFs. And here we go. Black Major into the pit lane Theo with a 199, 1/10 off the fastest so far, is now going to enter sector 2, get his foot down on the throttle, open up the DRS, and he's going to take us away with his hopefully impeccable driving. Yeah, you can see the wing cam there, even it's so tight, and we'll be looking to maximize his exit out the hairpin here. How tight will he keep it? Oh, that is a bit wide, and he gets a bit slightly off the exit. Has to correct just a bit there to prevent himself from spinning. Gets the DRS wide open now, and just about to face the final chicane. This is probably where people invalidate the most in Q3, and once again leaving absolutely no room for mistakes, keeping it nice and tight to the wall. It's going to be a 111.0, which is just a tad bit slower than his Q1 time. State Daisy so far has amazed us with a 110.5, which is fairly fast considering he is 4 times ahead of the championship leader. The box and Jack Craft sets in 11.4, just a second, just under a second slower than the P1 time at the moment. Theo, is he down in sector 1? Is he on a fast lap? I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he has just set a lap. Darkness is 3/10 down on his sector 2 time, and he is an invalid lap. Will he go into the pit lane? Yes, he is. He's going into the pit lane. Steph Martin, 2 times up on his lap. Here we go. Let's watch this then. And Gamer sets a 110.5, 3-1, which is 300 faster than St. Daisy, and now takes the top spot in P1. Steph Martin now. Very nice through the right left there, and into the hairpin. 4 times up. Needs to keep it nice and tight at the hairpin, which he does, and gets a beautiful exit. His foot down on the throttle, just rolling on the throttle nice and gently, treating the car very well. Gets the DRS wide open. What's his top speed going to be? Let's have a look. It's going to be 200 there. Okay. And oh, he doesn't get as tight as he might want to in the final chicane. But hope that doesn't affect his lap too much as he rounds the finish line there, and it's a 111.6. So that little error in the final corner definitely made all the difference in his lap time there. He'll have to run again to hopefully not be demoted into eliminated. Sorry, that was bad wording from me. And give us 1 second. Okay, alright, there we go. Captain Smack is getting ready for his second flying lap of the session. He knows he has to do a better lap, or else he will be eliminated from the qualifying session. And Seth Martin, he is coming into the pits as well. So Captain Smack will be the eyes on him. And we can also see, there you go, it is not going to rain for the remaining qualifying sessions, I don't think. I'll see fastest sector so far. Gamer dominates sector 1 and sector 2, with State Daisy dominating sector 3. Definitely an impressive performance so far from the Williams driver, actually being ahead of his teammate Theo, who has probably had the qualifying record over him for most of this season so far. And Lepson on his outlap, about to get it nice and started, but we're going to watch Skirl as he gets a 1:11.7 as his best time so far. Into turn 1, keeps it nice and tight, no room for error. If he had a little correction there, that would have ruined his entire lap. He's keeping it nice and tight with the curbs. This is a driving you love to see. Oh, no one about this. You could see that come from a mile. You've got to keep it nice and wide entry, and then you've got to just sort of just back off a little bit. If you see yourself going a bit too wide there, it might lose you a couple hundredths, but it's definitely worth it if you want to get a decent time, and especially in Q2. Gamer thinks that Daisy is running low downforce, which is quite a possibility. And now Lepton in sector 2, going through the right left, getting ready for the hairpin. This is definitely the most grueling part of the Canada circuit, and where it matters the most. Here we go. on 7 times up on his lap, set himself up very nicely as he exits the hairpin very nicely once again, gets his foot down on the throttle, the DRS wide open, is now going to get ready to face the final 2 corners of the lap. Let's hope he doesn't hit the wall of champions, because he is not a champion. And there we go. Nicely does it, and now keeping it tight to the wall. It's going to be a 1:11.4 for Lepson. That's going to put him up into P6. He should be safe, but he might have to run again in Gamer. Doesn't think anyone's going to beat his time, down to P10, and is out of Q2. As the box is 3 temps up on his lap. Definitely competing for the top spot there, and lost a couple hundredths. In Sector 2, not a strong point. But now, in Sector 3, the box is going to get his foot down on the throttle. And he actually might be on a higher downforce setup, I think. You can see the ERS is deploying as much as possible. And it's 203 in top speed for the box, and definitely messes up the final corner. Hits towards the champion just a little bit. And it's going to be a 1:10.4 for the box. Definitely lots of room for improvement on his lap there. Messed up the final couple of corners. Now we're going to watch Theo as he is 2 temps up in Sector 1 also, and could be challenging himself here for a P3. This game he made a wrong decision here. I don't think he has. I don't think everyone's going to get down to the 110s. But here we go. He gets a bit slidey on the exit there, and that'll lose him a couple hundredths as he now darts down to the hairpin. It's going to be 3 temps up, and it's a purple Sector 2. Definitely there. And now in Sector 3, he's got around 4 temps more to gain, or 3 temps more to gain. He wants to see himself with that P1 position. As here we go. It's a dart down to the final corner. I feel as he goes right and left, and definitely a lot better than the box on the exit. Has the DRS wide open. It's going to be a 1:10.6 for the Williams driver, and he's going to stay in P4. And just behind his teammates, Stay Dizzy. Stay Dizzy has the pace in them so far this weekend. Definitely not a track favourite from Theo, which he was saying about in the Discord before. And Seth Martin, I believe, is going to get ready to begin his second flying lap of the session. And is now going to be challenging Jack Craft for P7. You can see he is in P8 there. And now, once again, we'll be looking to improve his time as good as possible. You can see he's 1 temp down. He's got all the pace in Sector 1. It's just Sector 2 and Sector 3 is where he loses all of his time. There you go. He's went another 900ths faster in Sector 1, which could definitely so far see him with a position to overtake Lepson. And here we go. For the right, left chicane. Doesn't maximise it. But on the exit now, sets himself up perfectly to the hairpin. And, oh, we don't actually get decent view there. And it's a purple Sector 2. I don't think it was actually purple. And turns in, takes as much curb as you'd like on the hairpin. And now gets a DRS wide open. He's going to try set himself up very nicely for turn 13 and 14. And here we go. Slows the car down perfectly there. And invalidates. That is super unfortunate for Seth Martin. He's going to have to run again. And now he's got to preserve that ERS and make sure those tyres cool down just a little bit. That has went absolute shambles for Seth Martin, who's running in P9. That was definitely going to be a great lap for Seth Martin. And yeah, you can see how much faster he went on that lap. He lost all of the time in Sector 3 when he invalidated. Super unfortunate for him. It's W Best getting ready on his outlap now. Black Major and Forza Gamer do need to set laps in. So 1:19.7 for Black Major in Sector 1. He goes very wide there. That's going to set him up horribly for the next turn. And now we'll get the DRS open. He might be able to make up for it with Slipstream though. And here we go for Black Major. This lap matters for him. If he doesn't manage to set a time here, then he is out of Q2. When he gets a bit sandy on the exit, he's left very, very cautious. He's have to be very, very cautious because he has no room for mistakes. As now Black Major exits the hairpin and is going to get his foot down on the throttle and get a DRS wide open. This lap matters to him. It has to count. He won't be able to set another lap if he doesn't get this lap absolutely perfected. And here we go in the final turn. You can sort of see that he's just hesitating a little bit. He doesn't want to turn in too much because it could be over for the Alpine driver, but it's a 110.9. That'll set him up into P5, and he is definitely safe from relegation there. As Voiturez in P15 got an 11.6 in Q1, has to go a couple of times faster than that if he wants to see himself with a position in Q3. But now for Les Waters, I don't think he's going to be able to improve on the time. And he runs a bit wide there. But here, his all 9 could work for him. And it's only going to be a 112.0, and that keep him up in P15. And he will not be able to see the light of day in Q3. And Seth Martin, oh no, Seth Martin retired. Oh no, Seth Martin retired in the pits. And Seth Martin is out of Q2. Epson retires on track, which means he won't be in Q3. And we're going to see him right here as Skirl is on an invalid lap as well. He will be out of Q2. And Captain Smek now has to make it worth it as he crosses the finish line. It's going to be a 111.9, and it's only a 1,000th improvement on his best lap. And Captain Smek out of Q2. As Waters also out of Q2, and the clouds are starting to thicken just a little bit more. It could be potential rain to the end of this qualifying session. As Ole sets a purple sector 2 there. And now in sector 3, you can see there that sector 1, sector 2, and sector 3 are all dominated by different people, which is interesting to note and will be very interesting in the race indeed. And now Ole round in the final couple of corners. Is it going to be a purple lap from Ole? Definitely well could be. It's only a 110.9 once again, and that'll see him up into P5 and relegate Black Major down into P6. And there we go, that is it for all the drivers then. Lepson will not be able to get his lap in Q3 because he did retire on track, basically crashed out. So only see 9 drivers in Q3. Let's also see Seth Martin, Skirl Darkness, Captain Smek, and Voiturez, as Waters, is all out of Q3, or Q2 even, which is super unfortunate for them. If Seth Martin had only went around 2 times quicker, he would have seen himself in Q3. But you can see the top 4 once again so tightly packed together, and then P5 to P7 separated by less than half a tenth. If you count Forza Gamer there, who also managed to make it up into P8 at the end of his lap, it's around a tenth and a bit. So you can definitely see there is 2 packs of drivers forming, and the box, the victor against all of them, he's on fire this weekend, and nobody looks like they can stop him. But we'll see that in Q3 as the session will begin momentarily. Hopefully our stuff will work again, and let's just have a look at the fans here. Look at the one on the very left. He's got like a massive square head. Yeah. The lap timer is working. That is lovely to see. It's just the stuff, the little things which make it all the better. There you go. It's went back to overcast, but it is no forecast for rain. If it was going to rain, it would be a tiny sprinkle of rain, and it would happen around about now. As we see, the first driver to come out on track will be the Williams driver of Stay Daisy, who just snaps out off the box. Darkness did get out of Q2, which is, I'm pretty sure, one of the first times a McLaren driver has been knocked out and not made it to Q3 this season. And now see Stay Daisy getting ready for one of his final flying laps, his first flying lap of Q3. So far, he has proven that he is so fast around this track and actually could bring the challenge to the box and could be a surprise race winner in this game. I might have commentators cursed him there, but anything is possible in Racers United. As we also see Theo, his teammate, behind him, but not without the box being there, who uncharacteristic for him. He's going out straight away in Q3. He knows he's got a lot of competition in this race, so the lap will matter. Yes, Seth Martin, let's go. You're going to be a spectator for this qualifying session, obviously because of you being knocked out in Q2 P11. That's a decent start for you. Anyways, here we go. Stay dizzy, round in the final few corners, and it's going to get himself ready for the first flying lap of Q3. He's going to set off for the 3rd time in a row. Here we go. That rhymed. Stay dizzy into turn 1. Keeping it nice and tight for turn 2. Trying to maximize the exit into turn 3, and oh no. He gets a bit slidey there. That'll definitely affect his lap. It's only a banker. He's just laying rubber on the track at the moment for his 2nd Q3 lap if he decides to run it. Steph Martin got a purple Q2 in his final run. I'm not sure if he did. That might be a game bug. Oh no. He hits the curb and gets more slidey there. The temperatures on the tyres too high, and he might want to abort this lap. Definitely not going to be enough to challenge the likes of the box, who is just behind him and gets a 19.5 in Sector 1. That's 4 times faster than Stay Daisy. Now in Q2, not Q2, Sector 2. See what he can produce. He gets himself ready for the hairpin. Has a bit of oversteer into the little right left there, and it's a purple Sector 2 for the box, taking it off Stay Daisy. Now, keeping it nice and tight with the hairpin, maximizing his exit, get his foot down on the throttle, and getting himself ready for the for his final corners over here. He just doesn't have to invalidate here. He can't invalidate here, surely. And nearly does. Stay Dizzy is only a 169. He avoided that lap. Then definitely. And it's a 1:10.2 for the box, bringing the time down significantly, 3 times faster than his Q2 time there. And that's going to be super hard to beat for anyone on track. And Theo is actually going to be beginning his run now. I'm pretty sure he invalidated on his first flying lap then. But let's watch him as his second flying lap just gets underway now. And doesn't invalidate there, keeps it very tight. And that'll definitely gain him a lot of time if he can maximize this Sector 1. And it's only a 10th down on the box, which is fairly decent for him. And it's very slidey. He does the same as Stay Daisy and will probably abort this lap as well. And here we go. He has invalidated that lap. I know invalidated. He has backed out of the lap. R08 is behind him. Gamer is on his out lap for his first run of Q3. Skull said he cut the last chicane and got both laps invalidated. Oh, that is harsh. Yeah, he's got to keep it nice and tidy, because it can set you up horribly if you invalidate your next lap as well, which is pretty stupid. I think the game shouldn't really do that, but here we go. Forza Gamer now. Round in Sector 1, that is just hurling the car about. He definitely has the car underneath him, and he's 3 times down on the box in Sector 1. But that might not be what he's aiming for. I don't think he will be aiming to get on the times of the box, and Gamer, or that best even, lets him pass very nicely. And now, going through to the hairpin. Here we go. With his foot down on the throttle. Got to turn the car a bit left. And now he sees his braking zone. He gets on the braking zone. 4 temps down and runs a bit wide there. And the hairpin there. I'm going to cut his lap short and go to Gamer, who's beginning his first flying lap of Q3. He is definitely the one to challenge the box if anyone was to. And here we go. I'm surprised he doesn't invalidate there, leaving no room for error whatsoever. And Black Major sets a 1:10.3, and Gamer gets a purple Sector 1, and now we'll be challenging the box and Black Major, who's came out of nowhere to come and set a blistering lap time. Only 600s down on the box. We knew that the front runners were very tightly packed together, but it is very, very tightly packed together. And now up to the hairpin. It's a 10th up on Black Major's time there through Sector 2, and he's absolutely flying out there on the track. He knows he's up for a really good time here if he can just perfect this final corner. He just doesn't have to invalidate here, and he could be on for a pole position time. And here we go. He doesn't invalidate, and here we go. The dart down to the line for Gamer. It's going to be a 1:10.0, a 1:10 flat. What a time! And he's not even up in Sector 3. blistering time for Gamer, finding the limiter, and it's going to be super hard to challenge the box. What's the box going to do about that? Same with Black Major. Say Daisy, we're going to watch Say Daisy as well. He's been on fire this weekend so far. Let's see what he can set in his second run. Engage balls to the walls. Yes, balls to the walls. Let's go. Say Daisy has to make this lap perfect if he wants to challenge Gamer. Here we go as he begins his lap into turn 1. Runs a tad bit wide there, but he could be able to make up for it in the second part of his lap. Here we go. Stay Daisy, keeping it nice and tight to the wall once again. Balls to the walls, as the box would say. And now, running off sector 1, he's 2 times down on Gamer. The time is just lost to him in the moment. Oh no, and he spins out. Stay Daisy's going to have to recoup the ERS, make sure those tyres aren't too hot, and get ready for his next flying lap. Have a look at the fastest sectors. Gamer dominates sector 1 and sector 2. Black Major, though, doesn't actually dominate sector 3. It's not the box. Oh, the box. Never mind. The box. Let's have a look. Black Major. Yeah, okay. So, theoretically, if Gamer could match Black Major's time, then he would be in a great position for the pole position. Or not for the pole position, for a 110 or for a 19 even. And here we go. Stay Daisy coming into the pit lane. He's going to have to get that very quickly done, or else he will not be able to get his final flying lap in. Here we go. Theo gets a DRS wide open now, and he's green on his laps, but he hasn't set a representable time yet. And now going into the final corner. Let's see what he can set. Keeps it nice and tidy. Foot down on the throttle. DRS open. Is it going to be enough to challenge? It's going to be a 110.6 and only puts him up into P4. He might be looking to run a game with that time, but it'll be very, very tight unless he has enough fuel in that car to set one final flying lap. And Jack Crap, I haven't seen much of him this session, and he is running Seth Martin's number, which is goofy. Okay, anyways, here we go. For Jack Crap, we're going to have to stick to this anyways. Get himself ready for the hairpin. What's his time going to be? In sector 2, it's going to be 4 times down on Gamer, which is still fairly decent. And now, into sector 3 we go. Keeps it nice and tight with the wall off the hairpin. And now, foot down to the floor. I don't think if I knew saying foot down to the floor. Very repetitive. Anyways, here we go. For Jack Craft, out the final corner, gets a DRS, nice and open, and it's going to be a 110.8 for Jack Craft, and that's when you're going to see him into P5. Definitely a more disappointing time for him. And Daisy on and out lap. He'll be looking to perfect his final run of quali here. I believe it'll be his final run. I don't think he'll have enough time on the end of this lap. And the Ferrari of Gamer and the box now coming out of the pit lane. This is going to be an interesting one to watch at the end of this session. Here we go, State Daisy for 1:16.9. Hasn't managed to set one representable lap in this quali session just yet. It's going to get ready for his final flying lap. Well, here we go then. For State Daisy. Unless he makes an error early on in this lap and decides to back off, this will be the final lap for State Daisy. He has to do this lap. He has to make it perfect. Into turn 1. Runs a bit wide, but keeps it nice and tight for turn 2. Giving himself a lovely exit. This is where it's invalidated before. He has to keep it nice and tidy through here. Does it very well. And now get himself up for the end of the sector. What's the time going to be for State Daisy? It's going to be 2 times down on Gamer, which could challenge him for P4. Here we go. Now, doesn't spin here. He spun there twice on both his first lap. Oh no, he spins out and he loses his wing. That'll be State Daisy's qualifying session over. So much promise in this man, and he loses it all in the final run of the session, and he won't be able to set a representable time. But Gamer now looking to maybe extend his pole position time, or his provisional pole position. He is your provisional pole sitter so far. Get himself ready for turn one. Let's see what he can do. Does the same sort of run as Stay Dizzy. It might be a little bit down in his time now, but he has it all to make up for. As we've seen before, he could be on for what time? Oh, and Theo in the box. They've had a collision. Oh no. They've had a collision into turn one, and the box is unable to set another lap. Theo out of the session. And this is wonderful for Gamer, and might be even better for the box. Oh, not for the box, for Black Major, who's just about to begin his final flying lap of the session. But let's watch Gamer now as he looks to extend his pole time. The box and Theo. And now out of the session, and Theo's got a 5-place grid penalty. We should see him start in P9. Gamer 2 tenths up on his time. Maneuvering this track absolutely beautifully. And it's a bit of an anticlimactic end to the session. For the obvious reason that the box and Theo, two competitors for pole here, have both crashed into each other, which will definitely cause a lot of controversy after the race. But here we go, Gamer. Foot down to the floor, pedal to the metal. It's going to be a 19.9 for Gamer. And he might be the only driver to set a 19.9. But Black Major now only has to improve by a couple hundredths to get ahead of the box, one of his championship rivals, potentially. And he's 5 tenths down on Gamer's time, so he has to make a massive improvement here, or else it will be over for the for Black Major. Black Major in the box. Get like so confused in my head. But now, Black Major, the last person to be able to set a lap. Here we go. Has to do this perfectly now. He was down in the sector one time. He was up in the sector two time. It's going to be a 1:11.1, and that'll see him stay in P3. I'm not too sure if the box did get a grid penalty there. We're going to have a look for that real quick. Who got the grid penalty? It was Theo who got the grid penalty. Okay, that's interesting. So they were both on laps. I guess it must have just been a bit too close. The box said he was wiped out. But that is the end of the qualifying session, and Gamer didn't really have to defend that pole position whatsoever. But he is your pole sitter. I'm pretty sure he did start on pole in Baku, starting on pole once again in Canada. Definitely making himself a well-known name in the league. And maybe if he joined a bit sooner, he might have been able to bring the challenge to the box. But 3 tenths ahead, and there you go, see, with the 5-place grid penalty. It is going to be starting from P9, which will promote his teammate, Stay Dizzy, up into P8. His wheel disconnected. That is super unfortunate for him then. And here we go, as we're about to get into the race. So who would have known what the times would have been if that collision was to never have happened? And someone joined the Discord. Interesting. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, his wheel disconnected, which means he absolutely straight lined the box. Oh, that is horrible for the Williams driver. That, if reported, would definitely see him get a penalty. It's sort of like the AI driver rule. If you disconnect, then it's your fault. But here we go. As we're getting ready for the session to start, you can see all the square heads of the NPCs then. Love to see it. Session starts in 30 seconds. There's 20 drivers on the grid today, which is, I'm pretty sure it's an attendance record for Racers United, getting the max amount of people on board. There will be no formation lap, it'll just be straight into the action because it tends to cause glitches. I don't think anyone disconnected at all during the qualifying session there. So here we go. Five red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for Canada, and the box gets a decent start. He's already got the run on Gamer, and he's going to take the lead into turn one. The two Alpines fighting into turn one also. Black Major up into P3. Down the side of them, though, Jack Craft will be fighting for the P3. And Ted Martin already gets to a 5-second time penalty. He has a collision with Lepson and Galdino, who are now running at the back. One of them lost a wing. You can see that as the box extends once again. What a start it's been for the box in the McLaren, making up for what happened in quality before. And Stay Dizzy and Bank fighting for position also. Skrull must have had a little collision because now he's run down in P11. 20 drivers on the grid and there wasn't actually that much of a collision whatsoever, and Skrull once again spins out. Unfortunate for him as Gardino also spins out. Super unfortunate for him again. And the box now 6 times ahead. Gamer's going to have to follow behind, but the box is on the better tyre of the medium compound. And Gamer might drop out of a second before lap 2. As Darkness also spins out. It's been a common occurrence for him, and super unfortunate for him as now runs in P19. As Jackcraft and Ole side by side fighting for position. They're going to go into the final chicane. Can they even go side by side there? Will one of them have to back out? I think it might be the Alpine. Yes, he does. And he's going to have to line himself up perfectly for the main straight if you want to have an opportunity of retaking P4. Isn't able to do so though. And Bank 6 gets a 3-second time penalty already for multiple warnings. He must have cut the track quite a bit. It's Captain Smek and State Daisy side by side. W Best trying to get in the action a little bit there. And State Daisy nearly taps the rear of W Best. Or not W Best, Captain Smek. And Bank 6 trying to get himself in there as well. So it's Waters trying to fight for the points also on the rear of W Best. Going to try and go around the outside. Isn't able to do so. He's going to back off and try and make the move in another lap. Theo, who had a little collision off the start, nearly gets hit in the side by Callum B. And Callum B spins out. That might have been Callum B's fault there, I'm pretty sure. Seth Martin and Lepson side by side for P16. Lepson just manages to stay ahead, but if Seth Martin can maximize his exit, Theo also has a little spin out there. And round the outside, Lepson's giving him the room there, but is so far unable to get the move done. And Skrull, and Les Waters fighting for position. Les Waters lost the position there. Is Les Waters going to go for the position? Oh no, he hits into Skrull. He hits in the rear of Skrull. Oh no, he hits in the APC as well. Les Waters has an absolutely terrible moment there. And that sees him drop down as well as the 2 people which he hit into. That will definitely be penalty points for the Aston Martin driver. It's a second race in a row that's happened as a box sets a 1:13.0. I'm pretty sure that is just a bit slower than the slowest quality time. As State Daisy trying to get side by side with Captain Smek, goes round the outside, get the inside line into turn 2. Touch wheels a little bit there, and State Daisy just misses out there on the colder, harder tyres. And we'll have to hold back just a little bit more as W Best now comes into the pit lane. There's another collision there, I believe, or it might have just been a spin out for the Red Bull driver who's already been lapped by most of the field and is now just going to have to... Oh no, he spins out once again. He loses his end plate there. His tyres are definitely a bit cooked to say the least. And here we go. As we'll see Seth Martin, that's Jack Craft. Yeah, they're running different numbers. And Jack Craft trying to get a better exit than Black Major to try get the move. Isn't able to do so though. And is out of a second already. It's DRS. I'm pretty sure it did get enabled this lap and Callum out of the session. Already, he retires on track, which is going to see him with a penalty after the race. Obviously, that isn't allowed. Anyways, Ole actually coming up to Gamer now, who also is on the medium compound tyres. The box has managed to extend his lead by over 2 seconds and is sort of just loving life right now. He got the jump into turn 1. But Gamer will be able to get the bite on him come the end of this race, and the second stint on the tyres. There's Darkness and Les Waters fighting for position. Galdino gets disqualified from the session, which is interesting to note. Anyways, the box. Oh no, there's a safety car out on track. Why is there a safety car on track? W Best back in the pit lane. Gets the hard compound tyres on. But yeah, a safety car neutralising the race. The box's lead is indefinitely gone now. And that'll allow all the drivers to catch up to the field once again. Yeah, interesting start. Callum and Galdino both have moments in the box. Already dives into the pit lane. He's going for an early gamble. He thinks the same as Baku's going to happen. And Ole gets a drive-through penalty. That's going to see his P4 hopes swiftly drift away. And Gamer retakes a lead. And Black Major doesn't go into the pit lane. Ole now goes into the pit lane to get the hards on. And will have to serve a drive-through penalty at the end of the safety car. And and that'll see the box come out in P6 and Ole come out in P10. So he definitely got the worst of that there, and will probably drop down to last with the drive-through penalty. Darkness, Seth Martin and Theo also coming to the pit lane. Probably is looking to get an interesting strategy onto the mediums. We'll probably run medium to the end of the race now. But I think everyone here is probably gambling on another safety car to come out. As we also see Gamer now caught up to the safety car. He is back in the lead of this race on the hards, which most of the drivers who did pit have followed suit with him now. And will probably get the jump on the likes of the box, who will, if he doesn't decide to pit again, then Gamer will get such a good run on him when he does get those mediums on. It'll be like soft versus hard at that point, basically. Like fresh soft versus Seth Hard. Seth Martin getting the plug there. But I'm pretty sure I can understand why the box did decide to pit there, because obviously with Gamer's gap decreasing now back to just behind him, it will be harder for the box to pull that same gap as he once did with the fresh tyres. I still think the mediums would have been fairly superior to the hards, and the mediums would have been easier to get up to temperature. So the box is going for an interesting strategy call there. And Skirl, who has already been lapped then, is now just at the back of the field. W Best also now looking to get back in on the action. He didn't have the best race to the best start to the race, and is going to be looking to get himself back up there into the hopefully point position for him and the Ferrari. It's nearly a Ferrari sandwich. Actually, technically, it is a Ferrari sandwich if you count all the cars in order of where they are on track at the moment. Just W Best will be at the back, and I'm pretty sure the safety car will come in at the end of this lap. We'll find out as we enter Sector 3 now. Oh, voice crack, Jesus. It might happen about here. And the safety car looks to be staying out for another lap. It might come out late. Oh yeah, the safety car is coming in this lap then. It did sort of screw Game over a little bit there, but he had to slow down, and let everyone just bunch up a bit. Oh no, Captain Smek spins out. Oh no, it wasn't even Captain Smek, it was Skirl who spins out. And Captain Smek gets a 5-second time penalty for it. With Skirl now officially at the back of the pack, where he technically has been lapped by the entire field. There's Gamer now getting ready to restart the field, or to restart this race. And here we go. And he's going to get his foot down on the floor. He's already got his foot down on the floor. Gamer's jumped Black Major definitely by nearly a second already. What a race restart it's been for him already. As he goes into turn 1, absolutely unchallenged by anyone. And the box also unable to challenge anyone. Oh, Bagsick and ABC going side by side. Actually, it's Stay Daisy going side by side. There is ABC going to get the room. He does. And Ole also trying to get a piece of the action, is unable to. Seth Martin, Robin Wayne and Lepson going side by side there. And Lepson gets it through just easily. As W Best now side by side with Darkness, looking to get the position. He does get the position off of the McLaren driver, as Black Major's already pulled the gap. No, not Black Major. Actually, Black Major has pulled the gap, and so has Gamer. Absolutely unchallenged at the moment. And the restart hasn't really went to the plan of the box, who is running in P5, 6 temps off of Captain Smek and dropping. He needs to wait for those tyres to get up to temperature before he can get back on the move. The Stay Daisy locks up a little bit there. And Lepson and Theo going side by side. Lepson is on the outside. He is on the racing line. There will be no DRS. And it'll be down to straight line speed here. But Theo will get the slipstream of Ole. And will probably be restricted to the move there, as Ole goes on the racing line. And that forces Lepson to brake a little bit. But Ole goes into the pits. So he's just setting his line up perfectly there. Rolo, welcome to the stream. As, what's Ole going on? Oh, yeah, Ole needs to serve his drive-through penalty. And Black Major has already pulled a decent gap back to where Gamer of under a second, which will see him get DRS next lap once it gets re-enabled. W Best and Darkness fighting for position. Darkness gets a better exit to the W Best and is now just going to swoop to get ahead. ABC gets a 3-second time penalty. The multiple warnings. See all the drivers flying past there. There's Bank 6 and Bank 6 got ghosted there. Oh no, Bank 6 spins out. I see him drop to the bottom of the field. As Darkness is going to try to go side by side with Lepson. Lepson giving absolutely no room there, giving the big old squeeze and giving room on the exit, and that allows Darkness to just hit into him just a little bit. But Lepson and oh no, W Best also trying to make it free wide, gets ahead of both of them. What a move! As Darkness and Lepson going side by side into the hairpin, gets ahead of W Best, and W Best now drops to the back, and that's giving him. Oh no, Darkness spins out. He must have got tagged there by Lepson. But it is 5 cars even in that battle. Seth Martin now leads ahead of all of them. And oh, W Best and Seth Martin have a collision there. I'm pretty sure Seth Martin gave W Best a squeeze there, and that sees another safety car come out, and W Best, while just slowing down, goes into the pit lane. You get to a 5-second time penalty. That just gets served right there. And what is up with this game and safety cars? There's no way that's a safety car. Nobody even DNF'd. And the race is neutralized once again. I think this is becoming a common Codemasters bug because nobody DNF'd there whatsoever. And the game thinks that it is okay to bring out a safety car, which is fairly stupid. Okay. That'll be 1 second. There we go, I am back. I've got some food now. Just I guess the food in between, if anyone wants to know, it's like proper fresh chips. It's like, oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It is very nice though. Followed by ciabatta bread. Fresh ciabatta bread as well. So stuff you absolutely love to see midway through the race. Getting supplied with those goods. ABC Darkness spun out. Under safety car. Dang. That is a bit unfortunate for him. I don't think the safety car coming at the end of this lap though, because not all the players caught up yet. And here we go. It is not coming in. You got it, wouldn't it though? Why safety car comes out for a minor collision. I mean, he lost his wing, but that's like a VSC worthy, surely. That never comes out. Oh, Darkness comes in. Oh yeah, Darkness is going to be pitting for a fresh wing. And it also appears to be some fresh mediums for him. Let's have a look at the positions gained. Roman wing is a 5-second time. I knew what. Oh, Roman wing might need an invite. That could be a possibility. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at who game positions. Captain Smek up in P3, gained 11 positions off the start. Roman Wayne 13 positions, but he's in AI mode, so doesn't really count now really. ABC in P12 with 5 positions gained. Bank 6, 2 positions gained. He's up in P14. Jack Craft in P2. He's gained 2 positions. Nice and lovely to see. As a safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap, and this race will be getting underway once again. As we see Gamer leading ahead of Jack Craft. We'll get the speed diff on for everyone. So here we go. Gamer now. Get ready to restart the pack. And he's went fairly early there. As he caught Jack Craft off guard once again. He has. And he's nearly a second ahead already. What a race restart it's been for him once again. He knows how to maximize a good restart. As we see no cars ready going side by side. Through turn 1 whatsoever. The pit window is open at the lap 21. Nobody tells us that. Seth Martin, Roman Wayne, yeah, he's just getting the position on him. As we now see, oh no, Jack Craft spins out. Oh, that's horrible for Jack Craft. From P2 to P17 on the safety car restart for him, that is absolutely horrible. And now Captain Smek up into P2, who's knocked out in Q2, has made a stunning recovery drive so far. Do remind though, he does have to pit. As you see, Gamer already pulled such an extensive gap in the box, and Captain Smek both on the podium. We're going to remember, Gamer does still have to pit in the box. We'll have around a 20-second advantage over Gamer when he comes out of the pits. But that gap will close very, very shortly. As we'll see the game out of the box with his tyres. We got to remember, it'll also be interesting to see, because if the box can catch up to Gamer now with the use of the safety car, he'll be able to get. He'll actually be able to pit at the same time as Gamer and go into fresh tyres with him. Jack Craft gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and Daisy just side by side with Forza there. Doesn't get the move done. There's Black Major and Theo also looking for the move. Unable to do so. Take a 5-car train here. Seth Martin in P8. Unable to get close enough at the moment to dare for a move. And Black Major trying to open up the move on Stay Dizzy is unable to. And we'll just have to sit behind. But actually, he's going to try to go for the move now. Side by side. Still, Black Major just has more straight line speed. And he nearly locks up into the side of Stay Dizzy, forcing a move there. And he nearly spins on the exit and that allows Theo to get through. And now Theo on Stay Dizzy with the more straight line speed will just be able to breeze past there. We've got to remember, Stay Dizzy will have the slipstream, and Stay Dizzy just does let him pass there. And now he's going to go for the move on Forza on the same straight. 2 moves in 1 straight there, and gets it done. DRS gets re-enabled. And Black Nature trying to make up for the loss on Forza Gamer is unable to do so. Stay Dizzy now side by side with Forza in the Mercedes. Gets the move done. And now Black Major will be looking to open up a move on to Forza. Oh, goes down the inside. What a beautiful move. On the mediums, on the better tyre. Gets the move done. And Forza's now dropping down the pack. As we see Seth Martin also trying to go for the move. And Black Major, oh no! Daisy spins out and hits into the wall. That's super unfortunate for him. And it's what? No, this game's a joke. This game is a joke. I've confirmed. This game is a joke. What? Where is it? Rules and flags. Safety car reduced. How's that even possible? It's so stupid. Honestly. How was another safety car came out? Now Captain Spec comes in the pit him. This might be Gamer's opportunity to come in the pits as well. Oh, Gamer actually doesn't pit. Which brings that box up into P2. And will now have a fairly good shot at Gamer. Well, this F1 safety car saga is ridiculous now. For a simple breaking of the wing, brings in a full safety car. Hmm? I'm gonna put something out in race control. We're here now. Seth Martin and Ole. I'm not sure what happened there between them two. Is Roman Wayne? That is a question. Is Roman Wayne? Roman Wayne is not back in session. He did lag out. He did send me a message saying he lagged out. Roman Wayne, I'll re-invite him. There we go. But now, once again, Gamer is going to lead the battle. As Wires gets a 3-second time limit under the safety car. This is a good time to mention. Can vote for your driver of the day. RacingNight.net/vote. Who do you think has performed the best so far? See, it's been littered with safety cars once again, but for definitely unjust reasons. I mean, it's really stupid, this safety car bug on the game at the moment. Nothing happened to really trigger it whatsoever, and it just happened. So I'll put in like, it's a bug definitely. I'll put like a bug report for Codemasters. You know, they never read it, but like, it does what it does, right? Let's have a look at our race leader. It's our boy Gamer. Obviously, who else would it be? Let's be honest. With, the race we've had so far, definitely been thrilling for the moment when I've actually had some racing action. But Michael Massey seems to be back in control. We'll see Jack Kraft now. He's the only one who needs to catch up to the safety car. Sorry, I'm just eating ciabatta bread. It's so good. Safety car will be staying out another lap. Honestly, Ollie, like, I don't know what's up with the safety cars, bro. It's really stupid. Like, it's so frustrating as well. I thought it was a coincidence in Baku, but it appears to be like an actual worldwide issue. Will the safety car come in at the end of this lap? Safety car coming in at the end of this lap. Let's go. Let's hope for no more safety cars. Right, here we go then. 18 drivers all bunched up together. Going to be fighting for positions like crazy. As we're now halfway through the race. And halfway distance to go. The box is definitely better at reading straight line speed. And there we go. SLR Gamer has went. He's managed to jump the box once again. Seth Martin and Ole going to go side by side into turn 1. Down the inside. Seth Martin manages to just stay ahead. Epson now go side by side with WB Best, who spins out, has a collision with Darkness, and that was someone else. Sorry, I didn't say that. ABC. I think it's going to go for the move on Les Waters there. And Les Waters actually in P7. That's quite significant to him because... Oh, no, never mind. Commentator's curse. And now spins around in a circle. And is running in P15. Super unfortunate for him. You can see Forza Gamer trying to go for the move on State Daisy there. He was unable to. The box and SLR Gamer are going to be fighting for quite a while, probably. If Black Major has anything to do with it, that will not be happening because Black Major has just took P2 from the box. Remember that Black Major though is on the better tyre and he might have to pit again. He might be able to extend them for a while, but we also have to remember Gamer at some point in this race has to pit. He has not pitted yet. He's the only driver on the field so far to have not pitted. And Forza Gamer comes into the pit lane and might be for a new wing. Is it? It is for a new wing. It doesn't look damaged, but obviously he knows better than anyone, whether it's damaged or not. I mean, if you lose your wing while battling someone or like an M player, there's no way that's a safety car. I don't think, at least anyways. There's when I see State Daisy running in P9, he started in P8. His team midfield doing a tad bit better, but actually not the best. All they're bringing home 10 points at the moment. If he does this, he'll be able to try keep on a fight with the Alpines, but so far unsuccessful in his voyage. If he does get this sort, he will move AlphaTauri up into P2 in the, or P3 in the standings. And who's that side by side? That's it's a change for the lead. Actually, Black Major managed to close the gap to Gamer, and now Gamer is behind Black Major. Black Major takes a lead, and he'll taste victory or taste the lead for the first time in this race. Now, I don't think Black Major has to pit again, and DRS gets enabled now, and Gamer will want to be sticking along to get dragged along, because the box now, within a second, is going to be looking to get the move done on Gamer and potentially drop him down into P3. The box doesn't have to pit again. Gamer has to pit again. This is really significant. If the Gamer pits right now, he'll be out of the points for the amount of safety cars. He'll be praying for another safety car to come out, and the box will be praying that it doesn't. And Skirl out of the session, retires in the pit lane, which is no safety car whatsoever. So, here we go. The box now, with the DRS, is going to try to get the run on Gamer, unable to. And Seth Martin, 1.6 off, he'll be looking to try to get within DRS as well. Ole might be able to make his way up into P4 with the DRS, but quite significantly now, our race leader is Black Major, who started P3, now in first. But here we go. Gamer's dropped out of a second, but does Gamer get the DRS? He does get the DRS, who's just narrowly stayed in. Ole isn't going to be able to get the run on ABC, but ABC and Theo side by side into the final corner. Theo tries to give as much room as possible and gets a full call overhead. That's going to bring State Daisy into the equation now, who's going to try and get on the left of ABC. And both of the Williams pass the Haas in the main straight, and now try to go side by side there, I think, with his teammate. Is unable to, and Jack Craft now getting in the action with ABC. ABC drops 3 positions there in the sake of 2 or 3 corners. Now it's running in P9, nearly out of the points already. And the race has only been restarted for a couple laps, and here we go. The box will get the DRS. Not so lucky for Gamer though, who won't get the DRS, and now this is going to give the box a beautiful run on to Gamer if he can maintain the gap. As Ole, now with the overtake, is in the slipstream of Seth Martin, super close to him. He's going to try to go for a move into the hairpin, be a bit ambitious. He's going to stay behind. He's going to let him know, I am here. I'm going to try to get this placing off you. And now with the DRS, is Ole going to be able to get the move done? He's 4 times off. It's definitely doable, but he will get 2 hands of DRS. Seth Martin hits the wall a little bit there. And now, is he going to go for the move? He's definitely looking for it. And now, side by side into the final turn. Is unable to try and formulate that. But quite interestingly, the Box and Gamer, very close out of DRS to each other. Gamer might get DRS if he can keep this up. Nope, he's dropped a 10th there. As Seth Martin now also just unable to try. Actually, no, Ole got the move done on Seth there. Oh no, Black Major spins out from the lead of the race. Oh no. P8 he's dropped down to now. P9, P10, P11. From running in P1 to dropping out the points. Dilly spins it again. He's got to get those tyres nice and cool now. But that's going to be a breath of fresh air for the Box, who will now be in the slipstream with SLR Gamer with the DRS, and nobody will be able to tow Gamer along anymore, which is going to give him a perfect opportunity for the overtake. Ollie sort of cursed his driver there, Black Major, saying that he will win. And then he spun out. Definitely the pressure might have got the Black Major a bit there. He was running so well. He was nearly out of second of Gamer and was definitely pushing it a bit too much then. So here we go, the Box now. You can see the time he's just gaining and gaining and gaining now onto Gamer. As Seth Martin in the DRS of Ole is going to look for the move. Theo got overtook by Jack Craft and Sid Dizzy. And Seth Martin looks for the move on Ole, unable to do it though. As Black Major comes into the pit lane, he thinks it's time for a change. He's going to move on to the mediums, also take him to the end of the race. And we also see the McLaren and Ferrari come in. The ones running a bit further down the field compared to the front 2 runners here of Gamer and the Box. What an eventful race has been in the front. Yeah, as far as the Gamer sets a 112.8, fastest lap so far of the race, and is running P14. He'll be looking to weigh his way back up through the pack. So I think Gamer now is going to try extend these hards to go for a soft tyre near the end of the race and extend his gap with the Box, but the Box has to play nice guy here if he wants that to happen, because he can ruin this at any moment for Gamer. Gamer's definitely went for a bit of an odd strategy call, but will it work out for him? If the Box and Gamer start battling anytime soon, then it could be over for Gamer, who will have to lose lots of time while trying to fight. As Dizzy and Seth Martin side by side in the final corner. Seth Martin goes into the pit lane. And now Jack Craft got the run on Stay Dizzy, who's now up into P4. Is going to try to go side by side. He does go side by side. And down the inside, now we're on the outside, is going to have to stay behind. That's going to get Theo a nice run on Jack Craft. He's trying to battle a little bit there. Just got to keep the car nice and steady. And that move will be his come next lap. He's within striking distance, definitely. And Theo runs a bit wide there. Hopefully it is rejuvenated by Jack Craft needing to brake a little bit earlier. And now Theo with the DRS, with the slipstream as well, has more straight line speed than Jack Craft, definitely. So if the State Daisy can pull out and play a team game here, it could be P5 and P4 for the Williams driver. But now we're going to mention Gamer in the Box battle here. Gamer still yet to pit. It's definitely looking a bit less likely for him to come away with the win today. He needs that safety car. That safety car has to happen for him. And here we go now. We're on the final couple of corners. The Box gained a 10th with that DRS. Now he's going to be in the slipstream. He's going to be able to gain more time here on another 10th. And that gap's just going to keep closing and closing. ABC gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. And now, Daisy and Jack Craft super close to each other. It's a little free car battle here for the final podium position. And this is definitely helping Gamer pull away more and more and to try to get the pit advantage. If these work together here, they could definitely pull one position better as Black Major sets a 112.0. Is looking to get back on that podium. He was looking for the win before. And now is running in near dead last. And here we go. Once again, remember, you can vote for your driver of the day at raceunite.net/vote. Your vote does matter in this case. So far, though, definitely my vote would probably have to go to Gamer or State Daisy. Gamer's done an immense race so far and could be on for his first win if everything goes his way, which it isn't at the moment. Black Major gets a 3-second time penalty. So that'll see him with 3 seconds come the end of this race. We might be playing that strategically there. You can extend a little bit. Stay Daisy and Ole side by side. Stay Daisy with the DRS will be able to pull away as well now. But Ole will be able to get towed along with the DRS. I think it affects you a bit more if you have DRS in your head, because that just allows the car behind to get mad slipstream. Like a really big slipstream. And especially with the overtake, it's like basically you have DRS as well. But now, Jack Craft on the rear of Ole as Fields dropped a little bit back now. They'll be hoping for a little battling from these two to work out in their favour. And too wide into turn 1 there. It's going to just about get ahead, and Seth Martin nearly hits into ABC there, nearly clipping him, trying to give him no room whatsoever. We've seen it earlier in this race. Seth Martin squeezed someone into the wall. Was definitely a bit of a struggle if you're trying to get the move done. Doesn't want to give up that position whatsoever. You got to understand that. And Jack Craft overshoots a little bit there. But still did. He gets a very, very bad exit there. That's going to allow Ole just nearly get with the DRS. But Jack Craft, though, will he be able to get in striking distance of Ole? I don't think he's going to be able to. Feel nearly within a second. Definitely countless chickens trying to get a bit of a battle. And did we miss a change for the lead? We did. Oh, Gamer now in P2. The Boxers retook the lead of this race. And now Gamer might be considering that pit to the softs. I think softs could make 8 laps, but it depends. Did Gamer use all the softs in the quali session? That's a very interesting change for the lead, because now State Daisy on the podium is making mad mass gains and is catching up to the 2 front runners now, which could be very interesting for the end of this race. You know what, let's have a look at it for these two then. There you go, we can see State Daisy is marginally gaining, not marginally gaining, mass gaining, 7/10 last lap. Gamer's tyres are falling off a cliff, same with the box. He pitted very old in this race. He'll definitely be looking to take those tyres to the end now. But Gamer is in a bit of a pickle here, you can't lie. Because even with the DRS, he still has to pit, and that's around 25-second loss. I'll see him near out the points. And is he going to go for the pit now? He is going into the pit lane. He nearly hits into the back of the box going into the pit lane. And now, let's see where he will re-emerge with the pack. See what tyre it's going to go on to. Surely it's going to be a soft. Oh, it's a medium tyre, so he doesn't have any fresh softs to go on to. And now for Gamer running into the McLaren pit crew, it's going to come out in P7. We're going to see Black Major might be challenging him as he exits the pit lane. He actually might just have the run him just a little bit. And there we go, Gamer drop down into P8, unless Black Major and Gamer fighting out the pit lane. Gamer madly gets ahead, but you got to remember his tire's going to be cold. It'll take around half a lap to heat up for him. And now Black Major all over the rear of Gamer is looking to get that move done, potentially at the next overtaking opportunity, which will be just here with the DRS. Gets a better exit, and now side by side, Gamer is going to be heartbroken here from P2 to P8 after pitting. Definitely played the strategy a bit wrong today, and it's been done before. He hasn't been known for the best strategies from Baku either. He definitely had the opportunity to win there as well, and now his tyres will be starting to heat up just a little bit, and with 2 helpings of DRS, might be able to just get on the rear of his teammate, or not his teammate, his potential rival, Black Major, once again. And the box is now extending his lead to State Daisy now, so the box is pretty much solidified as a win if he can keep it nice and tidy for the remaining 6 laps of this race. And there we go. I don't think he's going to be able to make any moves there. Rank 6 and Darkness were fighting for position there. And Darkness will get the DRS. Let's see if he's going to go for the move. They're both recharging ERS even. I think Bank will just get a little bit more straight line speed. Because now they go into the final turn. Darkness looking to get a better exit with the DRS. We'll be able to go side by side and hopefully look for the move. You can see Les Waters in the back there. And now Darkness gets the move done on Bank, and that'll see him up into P15. We're going to remember Ole here also fighting for position for his team here. Daisy does have a time penalty, and Ole keeping the distance which he has for right now he will be up into P2 if he can just keep the gap. And with the DRS, which he's getting at the moment, that'll definitely be helping factor. So he might not be looking to move all that much. We'll go into the final 5 laps of this race now. It's going to be a sprint to the finish for the remaining drivers. Now you can sort of see Gamer has lost out to Black Major and isn't able to gain anything back. But surely Gamer sets a fastest lap here. Oh, he doesn't set a fastest lap. When I have a look here, as he might be setting... No, he might be going for a fastest lap. Because he did have a bit of battling with Black Major at the lap before. So here we go. Gamer now. He does have a slipstream of Black Major and he's gaining marginally on him. But... gotta remember... he was definitely a contender to win this race and still could be if he can pull the gap. And he's 700s down on Black Major. Best time in Sector 1. And Black Major did run a bit wide there. So Gamer will get a nice run on him with the DRS. And oh, Black Major just lets him past. He's like, you're not in my race. I don't want to cause any issues with you whatsoever. Just go past and try take that win off the box. He does know the with 700s up now on Forza, who got the fastest Sector 2 time, is up for a fastest lap here. Unless Black Major lets him pass for the DRS here, which could very well be a possibility, or it could be, please try charge down to the front and get that position off the box. It'll help them in the constructors' standings quite a lot. Well, here we go, Black Major with the DRS, unable to get the move done on Gamer, who now is going to cross the finish line, and it's going to be a 1... oh, it's 3 times off the fastest, so definitely need a bit of DRS there to help him. And it's been no rain in this session, which is definitely comfort and thought. And now all is dropped out of a second of Stay Daisy. This is Stay Daisy's opportunity to pull that 3-second gap to the Alpha Tari and maintain that P2. But it's looking fairly unlikely as he's just getting a 10th on him there. And for the final point position, actually, ABC and Seth Martin, 2 Haas teammates, could be fighting for P10 and P9. And oh, W Best is out of the session. That could be very interesting. There's a safety car. There is a safety car to finish off this race. W Best retires on the track. Let's see what happened to him. Oh no, he hits it in the wall. And once again, a safety car is going to come out at the end of this race. The box decides to stay out on those old, used, hard compound tires. Gamer will be kicking himself. He would have been like, no, I wanted the pit there. Now, this is one thing I can agree with, is the safety car coming out when someone actually crashes out on track. But when someone loses the wing, it is a totally different story. It's Black Major, Theo and Jack Kraft come into the pit lane to both get the soft compound tires on. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a dart down to the finish once again for the 2nd race in a row. When will this streak end of multiple safety cars? But yeah, this one's definitely a bit more justified safety car. But the past 3 have been for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Could have been done with a VSC. But this is going to be super interesting now. This is going to be very, very happy times for Gamer. Very, very bad for Captain Spec and State Daisy, who both have time penalties. And it's going to be great for Ole, who can possibly challenge for P1. Well, here we go. When will the safety car come in? Will it be 2 laps of racing? Will it be 1 lap of racing? We will not know. I'm fairly confident it will be 2 laps of racing to finish off this race, to get the car cleared up. And ABC, also out of the session, retires while trying to catch up to the safety car. Oh no, he spins out as well. That might prolong the safety car just a bit more and allow it to stay out for an extra lap. This is going to be a very interesting finish to this race. We're seeing barely any... The only DNS on track of came in the last half a lap. Now the box has a very, very big job to do, holding off State Daisy on the better tyres. We obviously don't know how many laps have there been on this tyre. For 18 laps compared to 28 laps. The box is definitely in trouble then. Captain Smack, so many penalties for him, which will definitely see him drop out of the points. But it's going to be interesting for State Daisy and the box. The battle for them two. Is he going to be able to overtake? And more importantly, is Gamer going to be able to overtake? Gamer has to gain 4 positions for this race win. If he gets left through on the time penalties, it's only 2 cars, but that's unlikely to happen. But Gamer knows he has a big job to do here. And Darkness pushing his way up to the safety car, gets a 3-second time penalty. But he knows he has a big job here to do. So will he be able to pull it off? Will the safety car come in at the end of this lap? Or will be found out soon. It is coming in at the end of this lap, which gives the 2 Aston Martins, the Red Bull and the McLaren, very little time to catch up. But all eyes are going to be on the box. Just going to be leading the pack for this final safety car restart. It's going to be very, very interesting as we see the pack bunch up together for the final time. It's going to be absolute carnage. Nobody has anything to lose. The soft runners in the points at the moment. The soft runners out of the points. The top 3 or the top 4 even have not got fresh tyres. That's going to be a great boost to Gamer. But when will the box score? The box hasn't led a safety car restart just yet, I don't think. But here we go. The box has darted it down the start finish straight. He's going to begin lap 34 out of 35. And just about gets a run on St. Daisy. Great enough for him. And Gamer holding back his move, trying to go for it though. And now that brings Black Major onto the gearbox of Gamer. And he's going to look for the move, but he's getting challenged by his teammate, Jack Kraft. And it's going to go for the move on Gamer, side by side. Oh, will Black Major. Black Major gets a move done with the inside line. And now, what a restart it's been for him. But you've got to remember, Black Major has a time penalty. Oh no, there's been a massive collision. Oh no, Gamer's been spun out. Captain Spec spins out and Gamer has been brought out of the point instantly. Forza Gamer nearly challenging for the podium. Jack Kraft out of nowhere, now in the podium positions. The box not safe, being challenged by State Daisy, who have pulled a massive gap to the other cars. But Forza Gamer and Theo now going to be challenging for the podium positions as a Haas driver of Seth Martin goes side by side with Theo. And oh, Seth Martin gives Theo no room once again. And that'll see them both trickle out of the points, which is fairly unfortunate for them. As we now see Darkness get overtook by Black Major. Black Major going for the overtake on Lepson into the final turn. Nearly hit into each other. Oh no, Lepson goes into the World of Champions. And that's see Black Major and Lepson drop down to Darkness and Bang 6. Who also now fighting with each other as the final lap has begun. The box is the race leader. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has pretty much solidified this win now. The State Dizzy and Jack Kraft also on the podium. It could be dropped though based on the time penalties. But here we go. At the box. Now just negotiating the Sector 2 for the final time in this race. He has driven superbly today, taking advantage of the safety car once again. He's went for 2 interesting strategies across 2 different races, and it's worked for him. And Gamer and Les Waters both just trickling at the back. Super unfortunate for Gamer, who had a knock-on collision with another driver, and that'll see his race over and mudded, which is really unfortunate. Oh, and Lepson loses position there to Bangsik on the last lap. He'll be trying to fight it, and Black Major once again trying to go for the move, is unable to do it though. And now we're going to see all eyes on the box as he rounds the final corner, put down on the floor. He's going to win the Canadian Grand Prix and extend his lead in the championship once again. Mega drive from him, and Jack Kraft goes up into P2. State Daisy in P3, Forza Game finishing P4. Oh no, Forza Game has dropped down massively. Lepson in P5, Rumwin in P4. Theo in P7, Seth Martin P8. Ole P9, Black Major in P10, and most importantly, Gamer in P15. That is so unfortunate for Gamer. Undeserved, definitely undeserved. As Rumwin gets driver of the day, but obviously that isn't the definitive driver of the day. Who do you think deserves driver of the day? We'll put on the graphic in just a second. But wow, what a finish to that race. The box prevails once again. I'm pretty sure this is his his 5th win or 6th win. Yeah, it's a 6th win in Racers United. He's definitely got a lot of strategic masterclass, or as some people would call it, luck. But he is the winner. And it doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win. Actually, as long as you're not dirty. But here we go. The box gets a champagne out. He's going to be one very drunk man after the end of this race. But what a race finish. 20 drivers started with us today. We finished with 15 on the grid. A lot of unnecessary safety cars. Definitely provoked some great racing and denied some worthy race winners. You can just see the amount of penalties people got there. Gamer did not DNF, I don't think. I think that might just be the game being the game, but now we're going to try head down to the cooldown room. We need to get the top 3. We see there's a lot of time penalties on this track. Definitely the most time penalties out of anyone on the, out of any track we've done so far. But definitely a lot of unnecessary safety cars. But anyways, here we go. We're down to the cooldown room now. I'm going to see the box Jack Craft and State Daisy. Oh. And then yeah, let's go down the box. And then State Daisy when you see Jack Craft. There we go. Guys can talk, you know.
Great race, great race.
Yeah, that was a real nice race out there. I mean, some safety cars were confusing, but yeah, real
I was
nice.
fast at one point. Crazy.
Yeah, actually, insane.
Very enjoyable that.
Yep, really enjoyable, I'd say.
I'll be used to you guys.
To be honest, I thought I wasn't doing that well in Canada because I thought my lap times weren't that well. Maybe that's just me being confusing, but that's what I thought.
Bloody safety cars. Getting like Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah. To be honest, if the safety car didn't come out when I broke my front wing, I probably would have been out of the points, or at least maybe 10th. Stupid how it did, though.
At least this time I learned my lesson and started on mediums, so at least I had the good tyre to end on.
Did you get a penalty in the last corner or something? You went to a 6-second penalty.
Yeah, I got a penalty on the second to last lap on the last chicane. I cut a little too much of it.
Oh, that's close, that one.
Yeah, if only I didn't, that could have been P2.
Yeah.
But oh well, things happen, I guess.
Because I was learning throughout the race, like you can cut a lot more on that first curve than you can in the second. Like if you cut anything on that second curve, you just get a penalty.
Yep, this game is so trash. Hopefully next year will be better, but I don't know.
Okay, that was the drivers in the cooldown room. Let's go to the not intermission. We need to go to where is it? There we go. Interviews. So we I'm gonna pull Seth Martin in first. We're gonna say pop a good hello into our boy Seth Martin. Hello,
Yo.
Seth Martin.
Hello.
Let's get everything up real quick. Okay, so in that race, what are your thoughts on it first? That's
A lot happened. I'm just trying to put it down shortly. I think, to be fair, I think it was a relatively fun race. I did have a little bit of collisions. I was finding a lot of exit grip. I just didn't have it, and then there's an incident with Theo. I don't know if you're watching that or not. And
yeah, we saw that. You clipped
Yeah,
in on him, yeah.
Yeah, I clipped him, and I did. That was not my intention, and I'm not. Yeah. So, but that happened. And then at the start of the race, I got booted completely, and I got a penalty for that as well. And it was like not even I was trying to avoid it. It wasn't even my collision, but I served that penalty, so it was fine. But I think overall, I actually enjoyed it, and I managed to get P8 in the end, just about with penalties. So I got some points, but yeah. So I think I might chat to Theo later and just kind of apologize a bit for it, because it was kind of my fault. But I had, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with that incident, let's have a look. I'm just having a look at the finishing time thing.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you are on the Race United
I'm
interviews.
on live.
You're on live. Who do you think your driver of the day was today? Who do you think performed the best? I mean, the Gamer
I'm trying
had
to
a
get
really good
the-
race. He didn't pit at all until just before the final safety car, and on the restart he got hit into and sort of killed him, and he dropped to P15. He was running P5 at that moment.
Yeah, well, he was definitely he was quick. To be fair, I'm just trying to think of the drivers. I can't see the results here anywhere, but I know that he was quick and he has definitely been performing well throughout the weekend. So he's probably my driver of the day then, Forza Gamer. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Good race.
What do you think of the amount of safety cars once again? I mean, from what I was seeing, the safety car at the very end came out because someone did crash on track, like actually retired on track. But the first three safety cars came out because someone lost the wing or like lost an end plate.
Yeah,
Which I think is pretty
I was
stupid.
one of them. I
Yeah,
lost
but-
the wings.
For a single safety, like for a full safety car unreduced with one end plate, it's sort of ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I think for the people that are like, you know, the top 5 and they're like really up there, I think it's really annoying for them because they have to, you know, they have to stop and they have to do the safety car when they could be, you know, finishing essentially. But I suppose the argument is that for people that are down the field that have crashed or spun, it's almost like an assist for them because then like they basically get a second chance to kind of go again.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends, but generally it is a bit of a pain because we want racing. You know what I mean? You don't want like I don't know how many there was. What, like 3, 4?
Four safety
I can't
cars.
remember. Yeah, it's like that's and there's about 2 laps on each ish. So that's like what 8 laps out of the 35. Like that's a decent chunk, nearly 1/3. And you know we all want like nice racing here, and to see behind the safety car is a bit, you know. But it's Bugmasters, so like you know.
Bugmasters at its finest, yeah.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Let's hope it's fixed in F123. I mean, I've sort of lost all passion for this game now. It's
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Minute it comes out in pre-order, I'm buying it.
they're
Although-
reeling us in to buy it again, and then it's just going to be the same shit show.
Exactly,
They
yeah,
give-
it's just
they
the
give
way-
us false hope every time.
yeah, everyone still pre-orders it or buys it anyway. But you know,
Yeah.
I know next week is Silverstone, and for my teammate, that's his home race. So we're going to be looking to perform hopefully and get some proper good points. I was in a good position about halfway through the race. I was P4 at the end of the safety car, and I was like, oh, maybe I can hang on to this, but then I had to pit. So you know, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully we can get some good points for Great Britain.
Yeah, it's too bad there's not a Irish GP.
No, I don't think Ireland has got the finance, to be honest. Yeah, just like if there was to be a race, it might be in Dublin as like a street circuit, maybe. But even then, like we just don't have enough like
People.
hotels, and we just don't have enough accommodation for everyone.
Yeah,
Um,
Formula One is grown massively, and the F1 game seems to be declining, so it's quite telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate with some of the collisions, but hopefully next week is better for Haas.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Alright, see you next week.
Thank you so much. See you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the AlphaTauri, not the AlphaTauri, the Haas. I was looking at AlphaTauri when I said that. Of Seth Martin. Now, do I even need to say who it is?
Right?
Yeah, right, lad, right. It's 6 wins now, 6 wins.
Yeah. Got to thank those safety cars in the last couple of races.
Yeah, 9 safety cars in the past 2 races, which I think is absolutely mad. I mean, the game just is broken, basically.
Yeah, we've only had like 1 or 2, haven't we, previous races? Then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
and there's been more collisions in previous races. I mean, I think it's because it's street circuits and like losing an M plate or something. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
and we've had 20 drivers now, haven't we, for the last couple of races?
Yeah, but it's still not like worthy of that many safety cars.
Ah.
I think
All
of
that
Britain,
takes is them
if
losing the
someone like,
front row.
but I mean, I think at Silverstone next week. Hopefully that's one of your good tracks. It's a home track.
Yeah,
Well,
there's not really anywhere to crash out, is there? It's just run off.
yeah, so if you lose like M plate or something, there should be just no safety cars. Hopefully, there'll definitely be a lot of evaluation for next season on what tracks we choose. I mean, we'll do some tests on F123 because obviously, it could be fixed, but it's definitely a bug with the game at the moment. But you once again went for a very, very interesting strategy. You predicted those safety cars, I think. I mean, I wasn't thinking there was going to be that many safety cars. Like, only on-track DNFs came on the final, just before the final safety car. There was 2 on-track DNFs, which
Yeah.
happened, like, just before the safety car came out, which probably caused the safety car to come out. But apart from that, it was just wing damage, so definitely unfortunate. And also more unfortunate for the person who you were fighting with this entire race, Gamer. He got caught up in a knock-on collision and ended in last of the finishers.
I had some couple of nice overtakes on him. It was alright battling him out during the middle stint. But yeah,
Definitely
it didn't
deserved a
really
bit
mean
more.
much. Yeah, because I already knew at that point it didn't mean much. It's like he had to still pit and I didn't, and it's just like, but it's nice.
Yeah, so your gap now to P1 in the championship is 68. I mean, Gianni didn't appear this week, but obviously he had his own stuff going on. But
Fingers crossed he's back for the next one. But
it
is
is,
still the same, isn't it?
yeah, we've got 8
And
races
the
left
sprint
in
as
the
well, isn't it?
championship. Yeah, the sprint race, which means there'll be no full quali next weekend.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's 8 races left. It's definitely all to play for still. I mean, 60 points seems like a big gap, but there could be an occasion where you DNF and he wins a race. I mean, like, it could go anyone's way. I mean, with the recent races, there's 2 new podium sitters today. Jack Kraft in P2. Definitely bringing in some big points for Alpine. And Stid Dizzy in the Williams in P3. So, yeah,
Nice.
definitely still all to play for.
I'll keep it tidy.
Let's hope in our home race you take the victory.
See you like Silverstone.
Yeah, Silverstone's a lovely track. But yeah, I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah. And we will probably see him in the commentary box next week. Interview room next week, even. And now, I think we're going to bring Ole in. Let's bring Ole in. Le Man in P9. Ole.
Hello.
So there was, you were running P2 in the race at one point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you had a pit, didn't you? Or actually, did you get damage?
No.
Oh, so you actually went long, didn't you? You went long, and then you pitted, and you finished in P9. I mean, you're one of the only drivers to not get a time penalty, which bumped you up, I think, definitely, from what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened in the race for you? Because obviously you're bringing great points home for AlphaTauri until
Yeah, it started really good. I was on P3, I think. Then the safety car and the drive-through penalty. I don't think it was right. The penalty.
Oh yeah, you got a drive-through penalty. Oh right, okay, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, then it went good. But then Captain Smack came.
Oh yeah, Captain's Met was on the final safety car restart. You had like a collision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That caused Gamer also to drop out of the points he was doing pretty decent as well. You actually could probably get promoted. You're already in, so your finishing position at the moment is P8. It could be promoted to P7. So you could bring home some decent points from P9, but then obviously
Okay.
there's already some post race stuff. So you're in P8 at the moment, basically. So always
Okay.
nice. So let's hope. Next track is Britain, right? That's you good that track?
It's one of the better tracks.
That's good to hear. I mean, you've got pace anyways, but around a track which you're good at could actually see you potentially fight for the race win.
Maybe we will see.
Yeah, let's see. Next week it should be a good race. Anyways, we'll see you next week, and unfortunately with the collision with Captain Smack.
See ya.
So yeah, that was Ole in the AlphaTauri. Now we want to bring in the Alfa Romeo of Captain Smack. We want to know what happened on that final lap. Hello, Captain Smack. I'm pretty sure there's one question which everyone wants to get answered.
Oh, what's that?
What happened on that final lap?
I braked a little bit too late and had a bit too much tire wear, and I hit all the.
Oh, and then that caused a massive knock-on collision. So that's how you both, actually, all they managed to get back in the points, but you dropped down to P14.
I had 12 seconds on penalty, so I didn't really care after the collision. So.
Wow, but definitely a tough race for you then.
Yeah.
And I think at that point now, Alfa Romeo have dropped well out of contention for P2, which is in a couple of races ago. So it's been fairly unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo team.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be challenging for P4 or P5 now in the constructors. Obviously, missing Gianni this weekend. Would have been a bit more harder to score some consistent points. But yeah, what about next week in Silverstone?
Silverstone is a pretty nice track, so
Yeah, it's an
hopefully we can get some better results than the last two races now.
opportunity to get points
Try to catch
in the sprint as well.
up a bit with the points.
Yeah, you definitely need a very big race to get back in the P2 battle.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I think the McLaren has just zoomed ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unlucky this week, but hopefully next week goes a bit better.
Yeah.
Right, see ya.
So.
So yeah, that was everyone today. Well, to the end of the screen now. Remember everyone to vote for your driver of the day at raceunite.net/vote. Next week we'll be racing in Silverstone. It's going to be a sprint race, which is going to be fairly interesting to watch. So hopefully you join us next week, and I hope you enjoyed this stream. Remember to follow all of our socials. They are linked just below there. Or yeah, you can see it. Race United, Race United F1, Race United _F1. Anyways, we'll see you next